welcome to a new vlog. We're starting off by looking at some new stuff that came into the old PR. And first thing is that Madison Reed sent over some new stuff to play with. I've tried this right here and I absolutely love it. I use this to tone my bleached parts of my hair. And this is their Color Therapy Color Depositing Mask in Perla. And this actually is one of the best color depositing masks I've ever used. Like, it actually turns my hair very much silver and purple if I leave it in too long. So yeah, we got this to use again. And I got something new here, which is their Color Reviving Gloss, which I'm pretty excited about. We're going to test this out tonight, in fact. And this is in the same color, and this one you do as a more of a toning treatment rather than just color depositing. This is one that you can do on dry hair and leave up to 35 minutes. And I have some spots I need to touch up in my hair, so this is going to be fantastic. Around my root area, it is needing some toning bad. So yeah, we're going to be playing with these little buddies tonight. I've got a crumb on my table. And they also sent over this, which is the Root Touch-Up Powder. And this you can use in your brows and your hair. It is looking really yellow in this lighting in here. My dining room lighting is kind of warm, but it's like a cool ashy brown Root Touch-Up Powder, which I think is going to be too light for my brows. Like, this is not going to show up in my eyebrows at all, but I think this would actually be nice to kind of give a little bit of a shadow root situation to my blonde parts of my hair. So yeah, I'm excited about that. It's a nice little mirror. I like that it says "Hello, beautiful," because we are not feeling very beautiful today. Let me tell you that. And that's why we are doing a little bit of self-love in this vlog. And then Soap and Glory sent over this. This is their Scrub of Your Life Smoothing Body Scrub, which I'm excited to give this a try. It smells beautiful. It's their original pink signature scent, and it's rose and bergamot. Oh, it smells so, so good. It almost has a little bit of a powdery smell to it. I really like it. It is lovely. And yeah, I'm looking forward to giving this a try in the bath in a little bit. And let's see here. Also, CeraVe sent over their Skin Renewing Day Cream Sunscreen with Broadband SPF 30, and this is meant to smooth lines and texture. It has ceramides, hyaluronic acid. It looks really, really nice, and I'm excited about it. I want to say something to do with retinol in here. I don't know. I don't really read that. Let's see. Where are some of these claims here? Developed by dermatologists. Yeah, it has encapsulated retinol within and is gentle on skin, so I'm pretty excited about that. It looks really, really nice. Let's go ahead and take it out of the box and see what it looks like. Yeah, that looks really nice, doesn't it? Good looking packaging. It's not that nice kind of air pump situation where it pumps the product from the bottom. I enjoy that in a skincare thing because it just feels very sanitary and airtight, and like you're not wasting product. So yeah, I'm excited to try this out. I don't know if I'll do that today or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. But yeah, looks lovely. Because I don't think I'm doing any like makeup in it tonight. So, and for myself, I picked up this Palmer's Coconut Oil Formula Vitamin E Moisture Boost Protein Pack, because I feel like my hair just needs a little bit of protein in the bleached bits. So I picked this up to try. It was like a huge packet for like under $1. Oh yeah, it comes with a leave-in on the side as well. So you get a ton of product in this. And I think it was like $1.50 at Walmart. But I just needed something that I knew had protein in it. And yeah, we're going to give this a go at some point soon. Not today because I'm going to use these things. But yeah, I just wanted to have this on hand for when I felt like I needed it. And then I also picked up a sample of the Miss Jessie's Jelly Soft Curls. I tried the Pillow Soft Curls and I didn't realize that it was just a curl cream. And then I used way too much because I'm kind of new at this still. And I really, really loved the scent. And I think combining the two might be the way to go, because this one I think is going to be more of a gel product. And I'm going to test them together and see how it goes. I did like. So yeah, some new stuff to play with this week. And let's go to the bathroom and have us a nice pamper session, I guess. We're going to touch the roots up first. Then we're going to hop in the bath, test this out. And then we will also add a little bit of this to some other parts of my hair that need toning. So yeah, and then we were going to try styling with this and the other Miss Jessie's stuff I got. I love that she does her stuff in sample size so you can try it out. There's nothing worse than spending $10+ on a bottle of gel or curly hair product and it just not work for you. More brands need to do this in the sample sizes so you can just see if it's something that's going to work with your hair, because curly hair is finicky and wavy hair is even more finicky with what it likes. If the product's too heavy, it doesn't work very well. If the product is too light, it doesn't work. You got to find that sweet spot with the products, because my hair texture is can be anywhere from a 2A to a 3A, depending on the day and what it wants to do. And it's different all over. Like some parts of my hair do ringlets. Some parts of my hair are very loose S waves, and especially my bleached parts. They don't like to curl anymore right now. They're lacking protein, definitely. So yeah, I have very stubborn hair that just one day will like a styling product, the next day it doesn't. I love that they make the samples, is what I'm saying, and that there's enough in here that I can try it out more than once. Because sometimes you just have a bad wash day, and they give you so much in this little packet that you can definitely get like 2 uses out of it. Especially in my hair, because I have very thin hair. I can probably get 3 or 4 out of one of these little packs. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started on a nice little evening routine here. Cheers! Happy Sunday! It is Sunday night, by the way. I didn't even do an intro. I jumped right into showing products, but happy Sunday. This is the current state of things. So let me go ahead and just jump right in with doing my hair so I can chat with you while we do that, because girl, it's been a week. Last week was a week. It was just a lot. So like I said, I used way too much of the Miss Jessie's Pillow Soft curls in my hair. So my hair is very limp and product heavy right now. And whew, feels very dirty. It's also been since Wednesday that I washed it, so it's not clean either. Welcome to real life. I'm not one to sugarcoat things over here on the vlogs and make things look perfect and aesthetic. I'm very much like, this is it. This is what you get. And anyway, so I'm just gonna brush through this, which surprisingly, look at this, like no tangles. It acted like a leave-in conditioner. And it also made my hair feel like really straight though, because it's so heavy. Even though I had curls starting on wash day, they just weren't great. But as you can see, what I'm talking about right up here where I need to tone is where I touched my roots up. It didn't lift quite as much as the rest of my hair. So that is what I'm going to focus that gloss stuff on. And I'm going to put a little bit on the ends here where I lifted a bit of my darker brown black color out, because I just wanted some dimension in my hair, which I kind of messed my lovely curl progress up doing, because I was doing so good with the curls and having such lovely healthy hair, and then I did that because I'm dumb. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get started here. Try to get all this brushed out. I could have swore I had a colors brush up here, a little paintbrush thing. I don't know where it went. I had one. I literally just had it. It's gone. So we're just gonna use our hands. It does say to use gloves with this, the Color Reviving Gloss, but I like to live on the edge. I don't care if my my hands get a little stained. It ain't the end of the world. So I'm just gonna separate out, not perfect sections behind you, but just the bulk of the blonde that needs toning. And you see down here, that doesn't need toning. That was purple accidentally because I left it on too long. So I'm going to avoid that bottom part, like right there, and try to just get these parts that really need it, such as like right here needs it. And there's a few little blonde bits mixed in that I'll get to, and I'm gonna touch the ends up. I just want to pull this stuff forward first and try to get started, and then I'll just add as needed. I'm not worried about precision too much. I just don't want to get it on these bottom parts. I accidentally also bleached here more than on this side, so I do have a touch-up kit to touch that up, but I'm just too much to do at one time. I'll worry about it later. Just tone what needs toning. Okay, let me separate this part out and just make a little section to begin with, and try to make sure I have good control and not dye my hair purple again accidentally. We're going for white, not purple. I look like Trailer Park Legolas right now. Kid Rock meets Legolas. So, as I said, this has been a week, or last week was a week. We kickstarted things off last Sunday with a kidney stone. Hell yeah, so much fun. It actually wasn't that bad. It was more of a dull pain, and it wasn't the on the ground crying, fainting, puking pain that I had previously with a kidney stone. This one was pretty chill in comparison. Just more of a dull hurt and some twinges. It felt like mild period cramps. And again, my pain scale is all kind of screwed up, so something that doesn't hurt that much to me might hurt really bad to somebody else, but to me it was not bad. I went to the doctor just to make sure everything was cool on Tuesday, because there was a little bit of blood when I went to the bathroom. Because I had a little bit of blood in my urine, so you know, which that happens with kidney stones. It's tearing. It can bust blood vessels as it's going out. It's not a big deal. It's not scary. It's not as scary as it sounds. And my doctor said, since she said the pain is pretty mild and it feels like it's moving down, because the pain did move from under my ribs down towards my hip, and that it's not like making me sick or anything, and I'm not running any fevers. I didn't have any infection. They checked me for infection and all that. She was like, just let it go, let it pass, you know, just monitor it. And she put me on some Flomax to relax my pee holes. Pee hole, I guess you could say. Oh, to relax everything down there, and it just helps it pass easier. All right, I'm just going straight in. This smells kind of good, but kind of pungent at the same time. Weird. But yeah, I'm just going in like right at the root to begin with, where I need to tone the most. It sounds like this one's a bit more of a hardcore product than the other, so we'll see. It's definitely, it feels like a jelly. So I'm gonna really saturate right in here, first of all. So that's how I kind of kicked off the week, though, was with that. And the reason I couldn't get to the doctor Monday was because my dad was in the emergency room. So I was like, I can't get to the doctor. I had to cancel PT. Well, I couldn't do PT with the kidney stone anyway that day, because it was real acting up. But my dad had his blood pressure got kind of wonky, so he had to go to the emergency room. He said he was having chest pains, and yeah, he had to spend the night at the hospital. And that was a whole thing. He's like, don't come down here. No, I'm fine. You're at the kidney stone, stay home, rest. And that was around 3 a.m. Monday morning. don't worry about it, I'm fine, everything's good. By about noon that day, he started having a panic attack. Or no, it was probably around 2, because that was the next time I talked to him. And he's very claustrophobic in the ER room that they had him in. Some are bigger than others, but they had him in like a really little one in the back, and you just couldn't, there was nobody really walking by. It was some room on the end, and it just felt very cut off. So he started having panic attacks because of the claustrophobia. And then he got an extremely bad headache from the blood pressure spiking. So, and I couldn't get him to calm down on the phone. So I was like, you know what, put my clothes on, I'll be there in a minute. So my husband literally dropped me off before, and then he had to go straight to work. So I stayed up there with my dad until about 10 o'clock at night. By the time the second dose of blood pressure medicine and a big dose of Valium kicked in, and then football came on, so he was kind of happy. He watched his football game, settled in, and Lila was so kind. She brought him something to eat and sat up there with him too I think she stayed up there for about an hour and a half with me and just got him laughing and entertained. And my dad likes to show off and be a bit of a flirt to my girlfriends, like all my female friends. I've always loved my dad because he picks with them, but he's funny and he's nice, and he's very charming and charismatic. And anyway, so he was turning it on for Lila, and I think that really made him feel a lot better, just having some more company and distracting him from being there. And his football game came on, so that helped. So he lay there, and I think he ate the food she brought him. He tore that up because he was starving, because he hadn't gotten to eat in like 24 hours. And he sacked out, but right after I left, he said. And literally they moved him to a room, and he slept until noon the next day when they discharged him. Got home, and then he slept until dinner time, woke up, he ate a little bit of supper, went right back to bed and slept until his alarm went off at 6. And then he went to work the next day, and he was still hungover from the Valium. And so, yeah, that's why they didn't want to send you home, because A, your blood pressure was a little crazy, and B, they had given you Valium, a lot of it, that you were not used to, and you don't handle it well. Usually, anything that's like a sedative just knocks him out good. So he gets a little loopy, and then he gets a really bad hangover from it. But yeah, he gets goofy. So I think that's also why he was being silly with Lila too. The Valium had really got to him. But his headache was so bad previously in the day that the Valium just wasn't cutting it. And we kept telling the nurse his head hurt, that maybe you need to come check on him. Paged him. I walked up there, told him. They never came back there, right? And he had chills. Mind you, this was not a busy day in the ER. Like, I'm usually very much taking the doctor's side on a busy day. But nobody was coming down there to even just look in on him or take his vitals. Which usually, they come around and do every so often. And finally, he was throwing up, like, head in the bucket from his headache. Like, sick. And that, I was like, okay. So I went up to the front desk at that point. I was like, hey, he's puking because his head hurts so bad. And finally, they brought him some Tylenol that he asked for 3 hours ago. They said they were going to get him Tylenol. 3 hours. And honestly, I think the nurse just forgot. And she got a little argumentative about it at first. She goes, it has not been 3 hours. And I was like, I've been here 4 hours. Yeah, it's been 3. And, I wasn't rude or anything. My dad was a little fussy at that point, admittedly. And he's like, I'm sorry, I'm just in so much pain. He's like, he apologized to her. And then she came back a little bit later with some more blood pressure medicine because she saw his blood pressure was 200 and something. Finally noticed that, and brought him another dose of blood pressure medicine, and that, of course, made the headache go away. And I was like, yeah, you know, aren't you supposed to see? He's hooked up to an EKG machine and all this stuff. You're supposed to see this at the front desk. Like, alarms go off when stuff like that happens. This is not my first rodeo in an ER, especially with my dad. Like, I pretty much know how all this works, right? We go, this is at least a quarterly thing we do, is go take ER trips. And anyway, I was frustrated too. But she came back and she was like super nice at this point because I think she realized she fucked up. And that she literally just forgot to come down there and check on him because he was in the back corner. So she was all super nice, come bringing blankets and all this stuff after she got pissy with him. I was like, yeah. And thankfully, she was, like, I understand why she was kind of grumpy because she was working a double shift. And I'm like, I get it. I know it's a shitty day. And you're training somebody. There's a lot going on. So, like, you know, I'm very understanding about that kind of stuff. But, man, you know, when somebody's puking from pain, you kind of need something done, right? And, but I'm always super nice up till a point. Like, eventually, you know, enough's enough. And it wasn't her fault. Well, maybe it was. Previous times it hasn't been, like, the nurse's fault. It's been something else going on. And sometimes they're so on the ball and taken care of right away. And, you know, there's somebody's coming in checking your vitals like they're supposed to. And then some days, like, I get, like, there's a trauma or something. Girl, I understand. Totally fine, but on this day, there was nothing going on in there. It was dead. Quiet. So it was kind of like, what the hell? I think she was just having a bad day. Like, which is understandable. Because as she came in, she was super nice and kind of apologetic at that point. And I was like, I hadn't said anything to her, complained to her or anything like that. I'm like, can you not see what's going on? And then my dad's like, can I have something to eat? And she's like, we told you could eat. He's like, when? And I was like, after you gave him Valium and that he doesn't remember. So, yeah, they never brought him a food tray, nothing. Yet he was cleared to eat, but they didn't bring him any food. Like, what must... And by this time, the cafeteria has closed. So thankfully, Lila brought him some food from her friend's house because she was actually over at a friend's eating dinner. And they made him a go plate. I mean, it was just one of those just frustrating things. And, I mean, I'm not trying to complain about, like, bad service at the ER. It wasn't that. It was just a bad day for everybody, it seemed like. And usually this nurse is lovely. I've had her before, or he's had her before, and she's been great. But the ER doctor was fabulous. He was so, so kind. Before I got there, he waited for me to get there. When my dad was having the panic attack, he actually sat there and waited with him and, like, hugged him and rubbed his back and kept telling him it's going to be okay. Like, I've never seen an ER doctor sit there and comfort somebody like that. Never, especially in our ER. Because there's one doctor there that is such a dick that I cannot stand. But this guy was so lovely and just so kind. I mean, to wait for me to get there so he could talk to me and keep my dad calm until I could get there. What the heck? That's amazing. So, anyways, everything is fine now. He's done gone back to work. I talked to him this afternoon, and he's just hanging out watching football with his dog and my stepmom's friend's dog, who is staying with him right now. So he had a lap full of puppies watching football, and he rented Top Gun last night. So he was a happy camper. He had a good relaxing weekend and a pretty easy week at work. And my kidney stones have calmed down finally. I think yesterday I had like a couple of twinges, and now I'm all better. Like, I haven't had any twinges today or any pain, and everything seems good. So it's just a monitoring it type of thing. And Wednesday, the doctor did clear me to go back to PT. She's like, if you feel like it, you can go. So I went back Wednesday. And it's funny, as I was joking with my doctor about it, I was like, I wonder if that trigger gun massage thing shot some of the kidney stones loose, because I have like a couple of them in there. I think like 3 that she saw in the x-ray. And I was just kidding about that. And she's like, actually, yeah. She says that probably did shock them loose, because the machine is shaking you so hard, or the trigger gun is going so hard sometimes. And he was working on my right side where my hip was acting up, all up and down around that kidney area. So like, yeah, that might have been what got it going, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, got it out, or it's getting it out, not just sitting there. So my PT guy was like, you ready to knock some more kidney stones loose? But he's so amazed at my improvement, which is great. He's like, I can't believe how much better you're walking and you're moving. He increased all my stuff to make it a little harder, because I'm doing so much better. My pain levels have decreased a little bit. I can get a few more feet in walking and standing, a little more time in, like say maybe a minute. Whereas I think my max standing on a good day was 4 minutes before my legs started shaking and I needed to sit. And yeah, so I'm able to go straight into one workout to the other without having to sit down in between, which is crazy. Like my standing workouts, which is very few, but there's a handful of them that I have to stand for. So I'm just really so pleased with that. And that I'm building the muscle. And he told me I'd feel better, and I didn't believe him. He was right. Okay, this last bit of root touched up over here, mostly scalp. But I'm really enjoying physical therapy. Like, I think it's fun. Like, I think if you're in more pain than me, obviously you're gonna hate it. Like, it was torture at first, but now I think it's just kind of fun, and I feel so much better. Not necessarily the day after, but the day after that. Like that, I have good days now that I wasn't having before, which is a really good feeling. Just brushing through to make sure that product distributed. And I'll just wash my brush in the bathtub. This bit out the way. I know this looks so chaotic, but I'm kind of chaotic when it comes to hair. I'm not good at doing my own hair. But anyway, I do have PT tomorrow. I'm going to try to do a concealer wear test tomorrow and see how it survives. But the weather got so nice here this week. It's actually like fall weather and it feels so good. It got down to 47 one morning. Like, what? Heck yeah. 102 heat index to 47 degrees at night in a couple of days. But yeah, other than that, it was actually a pretty nice week. I just didn't feel very hot in like filming or doing anything, just because I just didn't feel good. Kidney stones take it out of you. And the doctor adjusted one of my medications, which is Cymbalta, which is an antidepressant, because I was on too high a dose and it was kind of making me, as she described, flat. I described it as I don't feel anything. And so I was like, I have no emotions. Like, I don't feel happy. I don't feel anything. This is weird. And I felt that before when I was on too high a dose. So she cut that in half. So basically, I feel like my brain is kind of glitchy right now until I adjust to a lower dose. You get some vague, like, withdrawal symptoms. Like, how to describe it? It feels like my brain's lagging. Like, I need some more RAM. I describe things in computer terms when it comes to my brain. And that's what it feels like right now. Like, I just need a little more RAM in there or something. Like, I'm getting brain glitches. But It's better today than it was yesterday. And since I'm still on it, it's just a half the dose that I was on. So now I'm on the lowest dose. I should be sorted out in a couple of days. Shouldn't take too long to adjust. And I forgot completely about mentioning that to her. My husband actually came back there with me to the doctor, and he mentioned it to her for me. He's like, didn't you want to talk about your medicine? I was like, oh yeah. Because I think he was noticing it too. And I realized it's like that I hadn't cried in months. Like, see, when I move too fast, I feel a little, not like lightheaded. It's just it's a feeling. It's how you feel like when you have the flu or something, how you feel kind of like you're in a bubble. It's that feeling. It's very strange and not pleasant. It's very unpleasant. Does look like this is working. Like, I can see some toning happening. Just fantastic. And I do believe you can get Madison Reed at Ulta. And I have a discount code with them, which is unaffiliated. It's just a discount code. I can get, I think it's 20% off. So I'll put that in the description box. They usually give me a discount code when they send me product. So I will put that down there if you're interested in trying some of their products. Definitely if you are needing something to tone your hair lightly between going and getting it styled and colored or anything like that. They are very effective products. And they condition, they make your hair feel good. Like, they do all the things you want. So hopefully this little tone up here, if it doesn't, I'm gonna have to lift it again, I think. So it didn't lift as much as it usually does. I don't know if I didn't leave it on long enough or what, the bleach. Okay, so I'm gonna let this chill out in my hair for about 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna take a bath. And I really didn't use much of this all. I have over half a container still, or tube, so that's awesome. And I have purple hands now, so I'm gonna wash those. And yeah, I thought it'd just be nice to sit here and catch up with you about my crazy little week there, because it was a lot. Oh, but what I do want to tell you about the week being nice was Wednesday. We had a really yummy dinner, hung out with friends. We had our monthly dinner, which was hurricane themed, which it meant we were gonna bring anything that was just like left over in our freezer that needed to get cooked, like that roast tucked in the back, and basically those recipes you do to kind of clean out your fridge or your freezer. It was that. So we had like jambalaya, dirty rice, meatballs, like stuff like that. It was really good, really yummy food. And then Friday night, Lila cooked and we went over there and she did a pork roast because my husband can't have red meat, so she did a pork roast instead because I think he can't eat pork. Well, he can eat pork, he just can't have a whole lot of beef because of a protein in it that is not in pork or chicken. And so yeah, we went over there, ate dinner, and we watched Hocus Pocus 2. I loved it so much. I did. I think they did such a good job. It just picks right back up, and it was so funny. I laughed out loud at stuff. And I think it was, you know, we all sat around and were just sucked right in, laughing and enjoying it like a bunch of little kids. And the average age, I think, amongst my friends group is probably 40 something. I'm the youngest and I'm 35. My husband is 39. And everybody else is in their 40s and up. Like, I think a couple of them are, one person might be, I think 66. And then we have the rest of them are like late 40s, early 50s. I have a very broad friend age range within my friend group, but all of us were sitting there just sucked in to Hocus Pocus like we were just little kids and loved every minute of it. I laughed my butt off at the Roombas and the Swiffer. The Swiffer particularly tickled me, that Sarah was riding a Swiffer. And then the Roombas. The Roombas were just so cute. I loved it. I think they did such a good job. It was so funny as we accidentally put on the first one. And we're like, isn't this the first one? This is the first one. We were doofuses. But yeah, that was a really nice night. And Saturday I really just spent playing Sims because I just didn't feel good because of the Cymbalta thing. It just makes me very tired and foggy. And today's better, and I'm having some coffee today. That's the only thing with the kidney stone, I've had nothing but water, and I've let myself have 1 coffee a day, and I'm not supposed to even do that, but I get a caffeine headache if I don't have some coffee. And I didn't want to drink soda, but I've drank so much fucking water. Oh my gosh, so much water. But okay, I'm gonna go wash these hands. I'm gonna let this process for probably 25 minutes at this point, and I will see you guys in a little while when it's time to, well, actually I'm gonna go ahead and just take my bath and stuff after this processes, and I'll see you when it comes to hair styling, diffusing. I think I'm just gonna go ahead, apply all my hair products and everything, and then I'll see you in the studio for diffusing. But I am gonna do the Pillow Soft curl cream first, and then I'm gonna do the Pillow Soft jelly curls, which I've opened both of these now. I still have half a packet of this, and then this one. I love the way the Miss Jessie stuff smells. It smells like a kind of old lady perfume, and I freaking love it. It is the prettiest floral smell that makes me so nostalgic and happy that I want to like these products because of the smell. The fragrance alone, I freaking love it. But yeah, okay, well, let's process. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hello, good afternoon. Just got done PT a little while ago, and yeah, time to refresh my hair. It's such a pretty day though. It's so nice out. It's like 84 degrees, but it's real breezy. Just feels really good. But yeah, my hair's been up in a ponytail pineapple thing, and I definitely need to refresh some sections. So far my thoughts though with the Jessie's Girl is I've got really good shine. My hair feels very soft. I don't even feel like there's any product in it now that no, Miss Jessie, sorry, not Jessie Girl, that's a different brand. But yeah, it definitely doesn't feel like there's any product in it. I didn't use near as much of the curl cream as last time, but the thing is, it just has not enough hold. I'm gonna try adding some more gel today when I refresh with some water. Like, I have some good curls in here mixed in, but I just feel like it didn't hold super well, you know? Like, this part got kind of straightened out that I slept on, and anyway, but the root touch-up toning situation did really well. Like, it doesn't look nearly as brassy up there. I do think I could stand to lift that a little more, but otherwise I think that was a really good gloss situation. That might be why my hair is so shiny too, because of that, because look at that shine. So that's nice. But yeah, I'm gonna refresh my hair. We're gonna have some coffee while we do that, throw on some skincare, and get ready to film. Even though it's kind of late in the day, it's like 5 o'clock. I need to get some stuff done. I've just got done washing my face, and I dermaplaned, so that's why I'm a little red. But PT went really good today. Like, I breezed through it, and just I didn't have to sit. But when it was time to sit down, I went straight from a 10-minute warm-up into my stretches, into standing marches, to the arm workouts, all the way around, and then did my sitting part where I do bridges and pelvic tilts. Sometimes I do the marching in that position for 1 minute, and then I do leg slides, and then we do some stretching, massage after that. And we did something new today. We did some cupping, which is really cool. I've never had cupping done before, so I've got apparently 4 hickeys on my back, lower back, from that, but it didn't hurt or anything. It just felt kind of odd. I was like, what are you doing back there? What is this? Like, I could feel like a sensation, but it didn't hurt. It's not sore or anything. But that's to increase my blood flow and like get things going back there, and it helps break up some of the hard tissue. So yeah, we did some cupping, and then I did my heating pad for 15 minutes. super nice. I really enjoy that massage portion, man. Oh, that's a treat. I feel like I'm going to a spa when I have that done. And yeah, and then I got home. Me and my husband, well, we went and got a little bit of lunch. We shared some canes, which I ate like one chicken strip and a little bit, but just wasn't super hungry because I powered down some coffee before PT. And yeah, got home and I swept the living room and got most of it done before my back started screaming at me, which is a huge improvement. I was going for not being able to sweep not even a quarter of the living room. I have a very small living room too. It's not a big room. Maybe a quarter of the room before I had to sit. My back was just completely locked up and I was shaking. My back started to scream about a quarter of the way through, but I was able to get most of it done and cleaned up and got the dustpan to the trash can before it got like real bad. I was like, oh my gosh, that's such progress. Little things like that I'm so happy that I could do. I haven't been able to do just normal household stuff in almost a year because it's hurt too bad. It just feels really good to do that. But anyway, the agenda for this week though is a lot of filming. I need to get a lot done this week. It's Monday, by the way. Happy Monday. So today I'm doing a makeup tutorial, then the empties, and then tomorrow I'm going to do an updated brow routine. I've got a request for that, and probably another makeup tutorial. I don't know. We'll see. I don't feel like I have enough favorites really to talk about. I'll try to make a list and see what I got. But I'm kind of learning low on the content ideas. But anyway, that is my plan for today. We're going to test out that new retinol SPF because I didn't even have time to put that on this morning. I was kind of in a rush. Got up, wasn't ready to wake up for one thing because I couldn't fall asleep until 6 in the morning. Right when the alarm went off, I was falling asleep. So I slept until noon, got up, threw my clothes on, headed to PT, and I've just been piddling around doing a little work around the house and then doing some behind the scenes computer work in between there. But now it's time to get in the studio and get some work done. Give this a little bit more enhancement. Like, I don't think it looks bad today. I just would like a little more curl to it. This is what my hair looks like if I don't do anything to it. I'm like, it doesn't look like I even put any effort in. And I did. So that's disappointing. Because this is what my hair looks like when it's air dried, basically. This is just my normal, not trying, brushed it out, letting it dry straight. This is what it does. So I feel like, good morning. Ignore what's happening up here. My hair is finishing air drying, and it always looks wild right after I diffuse, and I haven't like gone in and done any fluffing or anything like that. And I just got a clip right here just to hold the front bit out of my face while I do some skincare. I thought we could do some skincare together. I'm just going to breeze through the majority of this because it's stuff you guys see me use all the time. But I am going to be testing out that CeraVe, or CeraVe, however you pronounce it. I always said CeraVe, maybe it's CeraVe. I don't know. The Broad Spectrum SPF 30 Skin Renewing Day Cream with Sunscreen Encapsulated Retinol. We're going to test this out today. And I'm going to do my normal stuff underneath. I've already done my toner, Murad. I'm so close to finishing this up. I swear I've been working on that one forever. Forever, guys. Yeah. I'm going to put a little bit of my La Mer. I'm going to do the La Mer, the treatment lotion first. It's like a serum. It's not really a lotion. I don't know why they call it a lotion. I just shake a little out onto my finger. And this spreads because it's so thin. Literally just do this. And you got enough for like your whole forehead, your whole cheek, inside of your face. This little guy has lasted me forever too. Because you need just so little. My skin's feeling a little reactive today. Kind of not the happiest. Because I dermaplaned yesterday. So it's feeling a little chapped and it's cold. So my skin's like deciding it wants to be dry. So a little bit of this is very a soothing type product too. Something about the La Mer stuff. It's very good for super dry, sensitive skin.
But not that I have either one of those, but on days when my skin's feeling particularly somewhat irritated, I like to put that on. And also update with the Miss Jessie's curl cream, and I don't think I'm a fan. It's too heavy. It elongates my curls and my waves, and it's nice. I think it's perfect for someone who has a tighter curl pattern than I do. And if I was, I don't know, it looked like I just let my hair dry. It didn't look like I diffused or scrunched or did anything to enhance my curls. It just looked like my hair normally does. So I've gone back to my tried and true today. It's Wednesday, by the way. I just wasn't feeling it. Oh, this is the Dr. Dennis Gross 15% vitamin C from Bright. Just putting a little bit of this on. I feel like it makes my skin look kind of orange. Like it definitely, it's potent. And I'm going to use the Dr. Dennis Gross from Bright Eye Treatment to follow that up. But yeah, I loved the scent of the Miss Jessie stuff. I loved that it came in sample size, which I'm glad, because now I would have been really mad if I had bought a full size. But yeah, the gel just didn't have enough hold for me. And the cream is nice, but it's also a little heavy. Yeah, so if you have a little bit more coarser, thicker hair than I do, tighter curl pattern, that is definitely the one to look at. You might really like it. I need much more of a firm hold for my hair. My hair is very, very fine, and it's prone to frizz and just doing its own thing and being particularly stubborn. Like it wants to curl halfway, half my hair wants to curl, half of it wants to be straight. It never knows what it wants to do. And part of that is just me testing, and sometimes wash days just go bad. It's a whole process. But I will say the Miss Jessie's feels so soft in your hair. Like zero cast. It really, if you don't over apply, it feels like there's nothing in your hair. And I applied over half the packet of the gel, and then I used it to refresh the next day. So I went through the gel pretty quick, and it's such a lightweight gel that I feel like my hair just soaked it up, but it didn't hold. It looked good for like half a day before it just fell and went kind of, I don't know, it was just too heavy, very elongating. Okay, now I'm going to do the CeraVe here. It's got a little nice pump. Give myself 3 pumps of this, and it's kind of thick, zero fragrance, it's almost marshmallowy feeling. It has a really nice, very pleasant texture. Okay, so I'm just going to pop some of this on the whole forehead, and also I feel like the Miss Jessie's might have made my forehead a little itchy. I don't usually get a reaction from anything, but my forehead, like right my hairline, was quite itchy. Just not something I experience very often. And I know I'm an itchy person because of hypothyroidism, and that can make you itchy. But it's pretty under control. Like I haven't had any hives or anything since I started treatment. And yeah, to have like one really itchy patch right my hairline was kind of something worth noting. But again, take that with a grain of salt. It is heavily fragranced hair care, so if you don't like fragrance or you're sensitive to it, don't bother. So anyway, today I went back to my tried and true Bumble and Bumble and Harry's hair gel because they just do the job. Okay, so this feels very thick and emollient going on, but I feel like it is sinking into my skin and kind of not glowy. Like I have a little bit of glow, but I feel like this is not a super radiant moisturizer. I think this one would be probably good for oilier skin types. Yeah, because it doesn't feel like, you see it's like drying down. It doesn't have any sort of greasiness to it like SPFs do. It feels, yeah, like it's sinking right into the skin. I don't really feel like there's anything on my skin too much. You can feel a little bit something like a slight tackiness right now. But it's not dewy, it's not oily feeling. Yeah, so that's definitely going for oily skin. If you don't like a lot of glow in your moisturizer, but you want moisturizer and SPF, that's the one. And I did not notice any white cast. Might be peeling. Yeah, it's peeling a little bit. So there's that. Uh-oh. So I am experiencing some peeling. Great. Ew. I hate that. But it might just not be agreeing with my serums or something. I feel like it's kind of almost a powdery feel. Like almost on top of my skin. Not too dissimilar from the Colleen Rothschild SPF, but I don't think it's nice. That might have just been some hair gel around my hairline, honestly. Nice SPF. Pretty nice. And yeah, it definitely has kind of a nice matte finish. It's okay, I'm getting a little bit of peeling on my chin. Well, shoot. Yeah, slight peeling. Nothing insane. So, it might just not agree with the serums underneath. That can happen. Anyway, plan today is to film 2 videos. Stay awake. I got up early. I got up at 4 in the morning. Went to bed early. Doing good. Staying on my schedule. I'm currently just waiting for my hair to fully get finished drying. I can still feel a slight, ever so bit of dampness in it, so I don't want to fluff it or scrunch it yet or any of that. So yeah, I'm going to throw my brows on now and get ready to film some videos. Even more coffee. Dear God, I'm so sleepy. I really kind of want to curl back up and go to bed, but I really need to get work done today. So, yeah, I will see you guys in a little bit. I just want to update you about the Miss Jessie's and the new SPF. Alright, guys. Whew. I'm done. I'm done filming for the day. Oh my God. And also, look at this. Look at this cute little girl right here. I'm so proud of it. I didn't finger curl it or nothing. It just did it. I'm having a good wash day. A good one. And I think I deserve that after this last one. But anyway, I'm done filming for the day. Done filming. And I'm tired. I'm so sleepy. I'm so sleepy that I'm not making sense anymore. And I'm just rambling. And I was doing my empties, and that video is probably 2 fucking hours long because I sat here just blah, 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 talking about products. And I had a massive, let me just show you. That's empties. That is a huge shopping bag of empties that I had to go through. And I think I come with also a good technique for diffusing my hair. And like had these perfect clumps this morning. Things worked out really well. Really well. I'm going to do a video about it if I can replicate it more than once and feel like I've got a good system. But it was a little bit more time consuming, a little more careful. But, you know, we'll see. Anyways, this is the look I did today for a tutorial on just kind of my go-to look right now for like nights out, evenings out in the fall. It's a very straightforward, kind of simple look, but smoky and kind of sexy at the same time. I like the tones in it. It's kind of sultry. It's the ABH Nouveau palette, but yeah, that's done. Good hair day. Videos are done filming. So tonight, tomorrow morning, or whenever I can, I've got to edit at least one of those videos. Hopefully the empties. I want to get that one up. Which is going to be a nightmare. So sleepy. I took a muscle relaxer last night, so that's why I'm so tired. Girl, those kicked my butt. But I had PT yesterday, and I was thinking I was going to be sore from that because I was sore yesterday, and I also did some cleaning around the house and like swept the living room. And for the rest of the week, I have to do my own PT at home. So I think I'll do that tomorrow morning. I don't want to do 2 days in a row now. I'm just too exhausted right now. So what I'm going to do is try to sneak a little nap in. I'm also burning up in here. But I don't want to turn the air up because it's just going to get cold again in like 2 hours in here or in the house. Yeah, we're in that stage where do you turn the heat on or the AC? You just don't know because in the morning and night it's freezing cold and then during the day it's hot. So you're just kind of stuck in the middle. That's that whole thing. So I'm going to try to sneak me a little futon nap in. Love a good little futon nap. And my dad's going to be stopping by around 4:35ish whenever he gets off work for a minute. And yeah, and I'm going to cook some chicken Alfredo for dinner, which is not as fancy as it sounds. It's Alfredo sauce from a jar. It's Bertolli, I think, or Prego, whatever. I don't know what brand it even is. No, it's Newman's Own. That's the one I like. And then I just add a shit ton more garlic to it. And I got some chicken thawing to do with that. And I've got some noodles. All I could find was gluten-free penne noodles. Are you guys having a noodle shortage where you are? Like pasta shortage? Every time I go to Walmart, it is a struggle to find, or any grocery store rather, pasta. I think, yeah, we are having like the wheat shortage thing, aren't we? Because I've also had a little trouble getting shredded wheat, even though I'm off the cereal. Me and the milk, we're not friends. I'm allergic to milk. I'm not lactose intolerant, which a lot of people mix up with being allergic. I'm allergic to milk, not lactose intolerant. Milk makes me sneeze. It makes me get sniffles. It makes me cough. I get ear infections when I drink too much milk. Incorporate that in my diet. I get all kind of congested, and it's a thing, and it is a milk allergy. And yeah, so I have laid off the milk. The only milk I have now is like a little bit of heavy whipping cream in my coffee. And if I get a coffee drink somewhere and I get like half and half, cream doesn't bother, like the little bit in a coffee doesn't bother me, but like eating a bowl of cereal every day and then the milk with that, I'm pushing it. That's too much. And after like a month of doing that, I get all kind of allergies. What was I talking about before I started talking about the fucking milk? Oh yeah, but I was on like a shredded wheat kick, and I couldn't find shredded wheat sometimes when I go to the store. But pasta's been hard to get. And this time I went shopping, all they had was a couple boxes of gluten-free. And then like the weird colored ones that nobody wants, or like the ones made of chickpeas and all that, which I do want to try. I do want to try the chickpea one and the different types. I just didn't even think about it. It was just like, I just need some penne noodles. And they had 2 boxes of gluten-free. Why is the gluten-free section one part of the store, yet there's gluten-free stuff mixed in throughout the store? Like, either put it all together or put it with the regular product. I think that annoys me so much, because there are so many treasures of stuff over in the gluten-free section that you can't find in other parts of the store, like the chomps, those beef jerky sticks. Those are fucking delicious. And I love seeing that those have gotten so popular, because that was literally one of the first brands I ever worked with on my blog, was Chomps. And they asked me to review their beef sticks when they first came out, and they were, I think, were they on like Shark Tank or something like that? Like they were on something, and you could only get them off the website at the time, and now you can get them at Walmart. And I get so excited seeing them. They had a flavor that was like raspberry jalapeno that was so fucking good. And anyway, like those are over in the gluten-free section, but not with the beef jerky. Like, well, not many people look at the gluten-free section, I think. Or not as many people look at the gluten-free section as they do just around the store. The only reason I look at the gluten-free section is because I know that's where they have those delicious little miracle noodles. There's a little pad thai microwavable kit over there with the noodles made of konjac root. And they taste like rice noodles, kind of. And it's good. I love the pad thai kit. And 90 seconds in the microwave, and you have some delicious pad thai. And you can add to it, and doctor it up and add meat, whatever. And it's just a really nice, kind of like quick, easy, healthy thing to eat. Or healthier, anyway. But yeah, that's the only section they have those in. They used to have them over in the Asian food section. Then they moved them to the gluten-free section. Which I don't like the regular miracle noodles. I think they're kind of gross. Like, I've tried like making other stuff with them. It doesn't work. I don't like it. But something about the little pad thai mixed up already together. Delicious. I also just really love pad thai. That's one of my favorite things. And we only have one restaurant around here that actually has pad thai. And it's a shitty little hole in the wall. It really is not an enjoyable experience to eat at. But it's so good. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to go sneak me a nap in on the futon. My throat is so dry. I've been talking way too much. I need to have some water. By the way, it's Tuesday. I think I said it was Wednesday earlier. It's Tuesday. No, or is it Wednesday? Or is it Tuesday? It's Tuesday. Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's Tuesday because I had PT on Monday. I've been thinking today is Wednesday. Good thing it's not because I need to edit a video first. I haven't had any kidney pains since Friday and it's Tuesday. So I think the kidney stone has passed. I'm feeling all better. Not having any problems. So, yay. No pain. Alright, I'm gonna go take me a fucking nap. I'll see you later. Bye.